Hello and welcome to Renaissance Minis. I am starting a new project. I found this beautiful house online and I thought that this would make a great dollhouse. So let's get into it. I'm using the Foam Core Pro board from Michael's Crafts. I'm going to make this 11.5 inches wide. So looking at this picture here, I can see there's an octagon shaped part of the building here. So I'm going to do this in parts so that I can capture this shape here. It's kind of like a tower. And I need to leave a little room on this side and here for the porch. So I've already drawn the plans, which look like this. So this will be the living room. There'll be that window here that you see in the picture. That'll be that window will be the living room, then the door, and then going around here. So this will be the front door. This will be another window. I may put a little window in here. And then I'm thinking this is going to be the kitchen here, possibly stairs here or in the center. I don't know. We'll see how the tower fits in. And then on the second story, and this could all change very rapidly. As I start building this, this may change, but the bedroom's going to be in the front. I think that's going to be this window here will be a bedroom here. This might be a hallway where the stairs are. I'm not quite sure. And so the bedroom here, a bathroom here. I'm just going to start and I'm going to figure it out as I go. Now I'm going to be adjusting the height. I left extra on the height because I wasn't quite sure how this was going to play out. So what I did to get the height, which is 9.5 inches, is I put a wall up, and I always attach the wall to the side of the board like this, not on top, because that would be too weak. So I attach it to the side, and then I decide how high I want the ceilings, and in this case I'm going 4.5 inches, and then I'm making a line, and then about 1/4 of an inch I'm making another line, and that'll account for this foam board, which will be the second story. So it's 4.5 inches from here to here, and then I count a little 1/4, and then I go 4.5 inches from the top of this foam board to up here, and that will be the distance from the floor to the ceiling in both the downstairs and the upstairs. And that's how I come up with 9.5 high. Now, as you can see on this photo here, there is a lot of things going on here, but basically what I'm doing is I'm building this bottom structure, and if you ignore this and this, then you have this bottom floor, and then you have the top floor. This will all be added on later, but the main body of the house is basically a rectangle up here, as you can see that. Now, this is my first time doing such a complicated architecture, so I don't know where this is going to go. It could be complete disaster. Stay tuned for the upcoming episodes to see how I do in putting this together. After I got all the walls kind of so taped together so that I could see what was going on, I reconfigured the floor plan. So I'm going to keep the living room here. This is going to be a walk-in area with a little table and a coat rack here. The stairs, actually, this will probably be where that is. And then the stairs will be here in this corner, and they'll go up. And then the kitchen will be over here, not the stairs. So I did change that. This will not be the stairs here. The stairs will be right here. This will be the stairs. And this will not be the kitchen here. We're moving the kitchen over here just because I've envisioned it better. So the kitchen's actually going to go here. This is the dining room. So this is the floor plan. The dining room's going to be here. I am going to put some walls in. I'm going to put some archways here. Here. I'm going to put an archway right here. So you're going to be able, I'm going to be able to access the house from the back. The back is going to be completely open, like in most doll houses. I want to be able to have a visual of the whole floor plan. So I don't want to put too many walls in here. But so you're going to walk in the door here. You're going to have the stairs over here going up. And then you're going to have the dining room over here. And then there's going to be a little wall here and a little wall here with an archway so that you can see through into the living room. And then there's also going to be a wall here as well with an archway here and here. So you can see the front door from there and possibly the stairs. And so I think I want to put a kitchen window on this side. That's what I'm trying to decide now. You want to cut the windows into the walls. It's much easier to do it when the foam board is flat. So I'm measuring up about a half an inch, I think, from the floor of the, and making windows. So that's what I'm going to do. I may go up a little bit higher on this window. So I'm going to go up higher on the kitchen window because there's going to have to be a countertop there. So putting up the walls temporarily and seeing what this looks like gives you a really good idea of what it's going to look like. So I definitely recommend doing this so that you can see what your overall floor plan's going to be and eliminate any doubt in your mind of where things are placed and how much room you will have. So just by having this floor plan like this, you can start to get an idea of what this is going to look like. You're going to have the stairs in here. So you come in the door, the stairs are going to go up and they're going to be an L shape, and they're going to go up through that column that you see in that picture. So that's where the stairs are going to be. And then we're going to have the living room in here, fireplace, possibly a round window here. And then I'm going to have the dining room right here. There's going to be a wall here with a cutout so you can see through, a wall here with a cutout with an arch so you can see through. And then you're going to have full view of the kitchen because it's going to be right here. And so that should give you a full view of the inside of the dollhouse from the back, which is what we want. In case we want to change something and put our hands in there, we're going to have cutouts that are large enough. And then we're going to put in the second story. So these heights are different right now, but I cut this down to the height that it's going to be. So these will all be cut down as well to match so that it's all the same. So the walls that sit directly on the foundation, these front walls with the front door and this wall here and these other two walls, these 4 walls are 9 1/8 tall. And the 2 side walls, the ones that attach down here at the base, those are 9 1/2 inches high. So the front facing walls are 9 1/8 inch tall, and the sides are 9 1/2 inches high. And that makes it level on the top. And I will put all of the measurements down in the description box below. All right, so, and the stairs should be the width of the front door. So we need to increase the size on these a little bit. Could go a little bit smaller. Right now, the door is at about 1 1/2 inches wide. So the stairs should be somewhere in there. And how I get that number is by measuring my own front door and my own stairs and seeing that it's pretty darn close. So we're just going to come in here and see what this looks like here. And, okay, the angle was all wrong. What did I say? 1 1/2. 1 1/2. I am definitely not an architect. That is for sure. So stairs will go like this. They're going to turn, and then I'm going to put stripes through this so you see where this is. So the stairs are going to be right here, and they're going to come down at an angle here. This is the front door. It might even come a little bit closer. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. And they go up here. So the width of the stairs is 1.5 inches wide. And that may change. We'll see how this goes, but that gives enough space here. I don't want to crowd it, but I don't want to make the stairs too small, but I don't want to make them too large. So I'm going to have to decide if I'm going to adjust that or not, but that's the number for now. And the current measurement for the window is 2.5, with the door being 1.5. All final measurements will be put in the description box below, and I'll only put the ones that I end up with at the very end of this in case I need to make adjustments. That being said, I'm going with real floors this time, so I'm going to go ahead and put real wood floors in here. So we're just going to glue them on now. One of the things that can make a dollhouse not look very realistic is the scaling. So since I'm doing the half scale, 1/24 scale, I'm going to go with regular size popsicle sticks for the flooring rather than these big jumbo sticks, although these would cover a lot of area pretty quickly, I'm pretty sure, but I think it would be out of scale. So I'm going to go with the smaller regular size sticks.